Flip of Fate is a podcast where the DM can't control the player's intrusive thoughts. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello and welcome back to Flip of Fate. This is episode 18. Thank you all for joining us on our journey as we get close to our mid-season finale, our little climax episode coming up soon. And let's all get started. Who would like to go first?
Hi, I am Henry Lamberson, and I play your favorite and only sorcerer/rogue who is not much of a stoner since the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He's been without it, sadly, and replacing it with hot cocoa, maybe. I don't know. He's trying to find something. He's trying to get it back, his high. He's slowly burning out, which is causing him to be a bit more anxious, a bit more like his real self, in a sense. He's not getting so cloudy-eyed about everything, which may be good or bad. But away from that. Now, I said last week that we were going to be done with the five senses. Well, luckily, it doesn't stop there. There is a secret sixth sense that I have for you. Now, you may be wondering, Henry, what is a sixth sense? Well, there's more. Just like elemental magic, there's lightning, there's everything outside of that. Now,
please tell me there's not going to be a seventh
sixth sense is his sense of interoception.
No way. What?
Interoception.
What is interoception? Is this supposed to be interception?
I said it in the voice.
Explain for the audience at home and those of us that don't understand.
So we were in the car getting snacks, and we were talking about sixth senses, and interoception was one of them. But Logan made this joke.
No, you said it weird, and then
I said it weird, and then Logan says it in like this highly like anime Japanese voice and goes interoception.
Oh.
And then I accidentally said it like Logan would try and say it. But interoception, which is the internal state of sensing. And throughout his years, his favorite internal state has been his state on the high. He is currently not on that intero state, but he would gladly like to be that way after all the crap that just happened in last episode. He would gladly like to float it off. Anyways, that is the end of his cast fact and the end of his facts for today.
Again, please tell me there's not going to be a seventh sense.
Who knows?
There isn't. There's no such thing as a seventh sense. There's only...
No more cop-outs.
It was just for the bit.
No more
It was just for the bit
cop-outs.
because I thought it would be funny to do the 17th... The 16th
17th.
sense. The 6th sense.
Yeah, I'm going up to 20 senses, by the way.
Okay, who's next?
That's what I'm doing.
Who's next?
Hello there, my name is Logan. I play Fido Lancaster, the halfling bard. Since Henry has stopped doing the senses, Fido is going to pick it up.
What?
Because Logan doesn't want to come up with cast facts for the next 6 episodes. So, Fido's sense
Who knows
of...
if Fido will last that long?
Shut up. Don't say that out loud. Anyways, Fido's favorite sight. We're going with sight first. His favorite sight has got to be snow falling in the woods.
Not his girlfriend?
He barely met her.
That's actually that's so true. I love snow in the woods.
Early morning.
There's
like
something
6
about
o'clock,
it.
Sitting on the porch.
Yeah, it's like
nice cup of coffee. Hearing the snowfall.
It's like in the Shibuya arc.
Yes.
In the Shibuya arc, when they're walking through the snowy forest.
Yep. Anyways, that's Fido's cast fact.
Cool. Who wants to go next?
I am Parker John. I play Preacher 87, a Warforged monk. 2 things, actually. 1, for me, I bought plants and became a plant dad. For Preacher, so in the last episode, Dawson used a point of reference to describe them, the
Claws of the Great Wolf.
Claws of the Great Wolf. Yes, thank you, Dawson. But really, or Gloves of the Great Wolf. But for Preacher, so because he's a Warforged and, like, part of the military, he has to, like, upkeep on himself and stuff. So I think I've mentioned it before. He's proficient in Tinker's tools and stuff like that. He actually has them like in his hands, so he can actually, they kind of like come apart. Like imagine like a little screwdriver coming out from his finger and being able to like, kind of like that.
Hi, I'm Israel. I play the Earth Genasi Barbarian, and my cast fact is that last episode was the second time Karn ever raged.
Second, when was the first?
It was in the campaign? Was it in episode?
No, it was not in episode.
Nope.
Okay.
That was the second time he ever went into rage was in the campaign. And it was also his first time in the campaign.
Is Karn still in rage?
Yes.
Does
We don't know
Yes,
yet
and
what's happening.
Does rage?
That will be addressed. I am Dawson, of course, the DM.
And?
And I
And
actually have a title for episode 18 as well. And that title is, obviously, you people who are watching or I guess listening to this will already know the title, but this is also how I tell everyone else the title, so that's why I kind of use it as a cheat for this one. And that is episode 18, Whereabouts of His Right Arm.
Oh.
And also
Cool.
next episode, at the end of next episode 19, or I guess technically it could end up being episode 20's. It probably will end up being episode 20's cast fact or DM fact. And that is the song that is inspiration for this small section of the podcast, because as I said,
And
I
what
had a
are
song
you counting as that
that I-
small section? Again, sorry, just to clarify what you're counting.
episodes roughly episode 16 to the end of 19. So like 16, 17, 18, 19. Those episodes are all
Also, you missed the title when you first introduced yourself.
What?
You called yourself?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm all of your guys' adopted dad.
There we go.
All of you listeners are, I guess, my children or whatever. Henry's a freak.
I think Henry wants this because
I
he
can
doesn't
confirm.
actually have a dad.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
already talked
We've
about
already
this
talked
on the
about
podcast.
this. Yeah.
We open episode 18 in flash of white light. And within that white light that ended the previous episode and is beginning this one, we do a slight flashback to right before Ian put his hand on the pedestal. And it got drowned out in the cacophony of sound that happened during that moment as his hand got closer to the pedestal. But the general cried out the word, "No, not yet." And then everything went white. And everybody blinks their eyes as the light fades from their eyes. Not in a death way, but in a, oh, I just got flashbanged by light being so intense. And you all look around and you are in some sort of stone building. And the ground looks the exact same as what you previously seen, except you see the green light fading. And everyone who was in the courtyard is standing there, including the people who are on the opposite end of the courtyard from the fight, which is Carolina, Jamie, and Rog. The pedestal in front of you lowers, and you are missing your right arm. And if anyone wants to roll perception or anything, how would you guys like to begin?
You hear Ian kind of just falls to the ground
Dirty 20.
and
Dirty 20, cool.
just starts just punching the ground in anger. And he uses his psionic whispers thing, that link that he already has established, and goes, What did you do?
It wasn't me, you fool. We weren't supposed to be here. Not yet. And
Where?
the general said that out loud, and he's on the ground next to everybody, and he looks scared.
I also rolled a dirty 20 on perception.
Both of your guys' perceptions combined, you are in a tower-shaped building, and there is a heavy gate behind all of you. It's the same size as the courtyard, so everyone's in there and stuff, and there's armaments everywhere. There's armor, there's swords, there's all sorts of stuff. And also, as all of you are able to start seeing again, you all realize that there are like skeletal remains of soldiers everywhere. And also, Ian, all his clothes have been scorched off of him.
So I'm nude?
Are like all. No, you have some of your clothes left, but they're
Are
like
your Karn nuts showing?
no, they're not.
What's your last
They're
name?
not, but his clothes are
Locke.
His little locks
irreparable.
are showing.
You can tell that the clothes were like partially burned off because of the scorch marks on it, and his arm hairs on his left arm and some of his facial hair are singed.
He
No more
Um,
pink hair?
Well, yeah.
No, he has pink hair.
Does he have
It's just
pink hair
a
down
little
there,
bit
though?
singed.
That's what I want to know.
Is
It does-
all the
yeah,
hair
there's
on
pink
his
hair.
body
All of
pink?
his pubes are... His butt hair is pink.
he runs over to
No, not his butt hair. Only his pubes.
Oh my god.
Everything
He-
else is his old hair color.
he runs to the wizard and just grabs him with his left arm and goes, "What did you do?"
It wasn't me.
Can I pull out an extra pair of pants for him?
No, there's plenty of clothes around because of all the dead soldiers and stuff around you.
He lets go of his collar and swings a punch at him and goes, "What did you, why?" Why? He's freaking out, man. I don't know.
Well, if you would use complete sentences, maybe I could answer your questions.
Shut up. And he punches
As
him
he's
again.
just sitting there smiling.
Where are
And
we?
he reacts, but he looks at you and clearly was unaffected.
Can-
But he's like, "Oh, we're in that realm now.
What realm?
The realm of shadows, of course."
I walk up next to him and slowly like lower my arm blade from my arm to his neck, and I was like, "Explain further."
Fido also pulls out
Oh,
his
well.
knives and are standing there menacingly.
Well, my old companion, we have entered the realm of shadows. A little too early, of course. I was supposed to bring my master here,
What do
but
you mean by too early?
alas. Well, we were supposed to come here in the future.
How far?
Oh, I mean, it was coming up in the next couple weeks. But now, who knows? Who knows? And he just is just smiling.
What happens if we go too early?
I'm not sure. And he smiles.
When does Nrak stop levitating?
Nurak, rank.
Rank.
When does rank,
Rank,
start levitating?
Karn, Narc.
No, rank.
And so Nikolai looks like around and everything, and you see his face go pale. But then he looks at Karn and he like waves his hand, and Karn falls to the ground, shackled, magic shackles, and he's on his knees and stuff. And he still looks the exact same as when he was about to go attack.
Unhand me, you fool.
Unhand.
Not until we figure out what happened to you, Karn.
What's your name?
My name is not Karn. I am Vorak, and I am the one who is strong enough to do what Karn can't.
Well, Vorak, where do you come from? Does Vorak know where Vorak comes from?
Vorak should know where he comes from.
I've been here this whole time, watching from behind that fool Karn's eyes.
Ooh, can I use the arm sign to try and talk to Karn's brain through telepathy?
You can try that.
Is that a roll?
No. Yeah, do wisdom.
Wisdom. Sick. 9.
9, he says. Okay. Nope, it doesn't work.
Can I cast detect thoughts on him to see if I could detect Karn's
Yes,
thoughts?
Please do that. Inside of Karn or Vorak, you hear like a quieter voice who is confused and unsure of what's happening. But what you feel are memories flooding back into your mind.
Can I see his memories?
We're going to do a flashback.
So I'm seeing this, right? Fido knows this.
You're seeing this. And now it's going to be Israel and I, and you guys get to see Israel and I go through this specific memory. It is the first time he entered rage. You see a old village up in the mountains, and it's a beautiful village made out of stone, and there's stone genasi, earth genasi everywhere, and there is just a bunch of people running around. There's some who are working on farm, there's some putting together clothes, there's all sorts of different things going on in this town. And it specifically then goes into one house, and there you see Karn sitting with his family. Father,
What is it, son?
we're running low on firewood.
Oh, go get some.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's what happens when we leave a scene to Israel by himself.
I cannot do good improv,
Yeah.
bro.
It's okay. Karn's memory flashes forward a little bit, and it is now him standing in front of one of the elders as he's making his way towards the town exit to go up into the mountains. And he approaches one of the elders, and the elder talks to him, and he's like, Karn, be careful while up there. There's one of those storms that haven't happened in quite some time. Probably the last 100 years, there hasn't been a storm. But all of our fortune tellers are telling us that there's one fast approaching.
All right, I'll be careful while I'm in the forest. But I need to go. My family needs firewood.
Perfect. Just make sure you're back before the storm fully is upon us. And then it fragments, the fragmented memory breaks, and it pushes forward to him pushing a cart full of firewood when a few drops of rain start to splatter the ground around him. And there's flashes of lightning everywhere. And Karn feels like this weird anxiety build up in him that he'd never felt before.
The rain will be good for the crops, but I don't like this thunder.
And with that thought, there's a reason why he is the butcher in his town. He always felt comfortable with blood, and he'd always had this weird thoughts in his head about that whenever he was preparing meat at the butchery. And as the rain continues to splatter against the ground, there's another flash, and everything goes dark for him. He still hears the splattering of the water from the sky hitting the ground when he opens his eyes, and it's not water hitting the ground making that splattering sound. It's blood, and he has blood dripping from his fingers, and the town is torn apart. And then Fido flashes out of the memory.
Hold on, can I probe deeper?
Sure. The final thing you get to see is Karn on his knees weeping over the bodies of his family.
I just sort of look at him with this side eye. I'm like, so, want to share with the group?
They were holding him back. I thought by removing them, I would be free of his weakness.
Interesting.
What did I
Is
say
that
about
right?
him not knowing himself?
Shut up. And I punched him again.
That doesn't do anything silly.
What
Right, my
would
old
do
pal?
something? Shut up
Okay, preacher.
before I
I
shut
think
you.
it's time you fess up. How do you know this scumbag?
This boy here looks an awful lot like the general I served under during the war. The one who betrayed me and my company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Care to explain more for the class?
After our tour, we had been called back. Not exactly sure why, but we were summoned to his presence. Turns out he had set us up to take the fall for something that he had done, and we were all going to be executed. If it wasn't thanks to one of my brothers, one you actually haven't met yet, I would have suffered the same fate.
Yep. Good old Kepri. He's been keeping me going for quite some time now.
Can I kick him? I'm gonna kick him in the face.
Yeah.
Is he still on his hands and knees?
It was never
Yeah,
on
he
his
still
stand.
is.
Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
6 damage. 1 of that is necrotic damage.
Uh-huh.
Keep his name out of your mouth.
And he smiles, blood trickling down from where you hit him. And there's like a tinge of green from the necrotic effect of your attack. And then the split lip that he has from it suddenly goes back to normal. And he smiles where you punched him, fully healed, nothing wrong with it. From across the room, you all see Rog, Jamie, and Carolina. Carolina
Oh, yeah.
and Rog make their way across the room.
Could Fido mount him and grab his hair and hold up his
Mhm.
scythe as if he's like, you know how you cut
Like
crops, you hold
on
you-
the general.
yeah, on the
on the
gen. You know
gen.
how you cut crops, you hold up the stalk and then you cut the base. The base being the base of his neck and me holding it up by his hair. Can I ask him?
Yeah.
I'm holding it there. And can I ask, all right, where is she?
Oh, silly boy.
Silly.
She's with the rest of the group. She's getting set up to be used as a sacrifice for my master. It's been years of planning
Sacrifice for what?
to bring him back to full strength, of course. He's been using me for the last, 200 years to further his plans.
Can I draw my sickle right up against his neck to the point?
Jugulars are right here.
I know. just like right here at the edge, sort of like going across right here to like
Mhm.
the point where it like starts to draw blood and like putting pressure there, but not like cutting through.
You do that, and he jerks his head into the blade.
Oh,
He lodges himself onto the blade, and then he turns his head around as much as he can to smile at you, and it just cuts his neck more. And he's just sitting there smiling at you.
this is only helping me, bud.
I think it is.
Sure. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to help out my master if it weren't for me being able to be alive for so long. Isn't that right, old fowl?
Don't tell me.
Yep, General Kiln at your service.
It's the
And it is the general. And if it weren't for your good old pal Kepri, I probably wouldn't even still be alive. My old phylactery almost got broken.
Where is he?
Oh,
Oh, he's close, don't worry.
so he's the lich.
I think he's like a sub lich.
He is a lich, but he's not the main bad guy.
Where is he?
Like I said, he's close by.
Can I look through his pockets?
Yeah, and you find nothing. No
Oh,
matter,
I was
like you
gonna
just
roll,
find
but okay.
Come on, deep
like
cavities
a
hurt.
couple gold. I know you want to roll, but there is nothing in his pocket other than like a couple pieces of gold.
Ian yells to Fido and just goes, Fido, just Fido, let him go already. And he kicks his head deeper into the sword and just says, it's not gonna work. Can't you tell?
And as you do, the blade slices through the rest of his neck, and he turns, looks up at you, smiles as it seals back across, and he's totally fine.
Can I chop off his head?
You chop off his head, it lands on the ground, and it like evaporates, and a new head is there.
That was kind of satisfying.
Carolina is like, Fido, where are we?
Oh, hello, love. I'm not quite I'm not quite sure actually. This is quite the sticky.
Sticky situation?
Thank you. This is quite the sticky situation we're in.
And as she comes up to you and gives you a giant hug, Rog slowly approaches Vorak and is like, Father?
You. I've hated you most of all, Rat. I don't know what he's doing with you. I don't know why he cares about you.
And Rog just looks so unbelievably sad. As sad as you can picture a dragon. And then he slinks off to another end of the room and switches into his more humanoid form and is just crying in the corner. Then you hear good old General Kiln, and he's like, this is also satisfying, even though I'm here a little early, and I'm not sure what that means for us, specifically me, but the rest of you, I'm quite curious, especially Naked Man over there.
Forgot
he
he's
was so
naked.
naked. I'm gonna go grab him some clothes off.
He's had the option of putting clothes on. He just hasn't.
Yeah, there's all sorts of clothes.
I punch him again and I go, how do we get out of here?
Oh, well, you see, we kind of need the portals in order to leave this area.
And how do we get a portal?
Well, depends on how we handle the blights.
What are the blights?
As I hand Ian some pants.
And also, now Ian is fully dressed. He's wearing the clothes of some old, like, adventurer, like, soldiers. And how would you like to describe the clothes, Henry?
Huh?
Oh, I have to get my description out. Okay, give me a second.
Why is
So,
this?
have you been
pre-planned?
waiting for
He-
somebody to
he-
hand them to
he-
you?
In the tag in
He
the back
knew
of the pants,
he was
it says,
losing his
property
clothes.
of Barry
That's all
Locke.
that I told him. I was like, you're losing your arm, you're losing your clothes. He
Okay.
went, what?
What?
So while he does that, I'll continue. Jamie walks over to Kiln and looks at him in shock. And he's like, so you're not also the great grandson of the old general who got my father killed? You are him? Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I miss toying with James.
Can I chop his head off again?
Yeah. And same thing, it regrows.
Look at you. I thought you were the strongest one of them, you hunk of metal. But here you are, letting your emotions control you.
Don't make me turn my fear to you, Sultar, whatever your name is.
Keymaster.
I forgot his name.
I also was like, wait, Ghostbusters?
And as they're bickering, Ian finishes putting on his clothes, and you see him adorned in these yellow-ish robes with purple undershirt to cover the sleeves, with also kind of a yellow and brown glove. Glove is brown. The arm wrists are yellow as well.
It looks like a really weird banana. You got brown,
Or no,
yellow,
he's saying yellow, but what he means is tans and brown.
Tan.
Yes.
I meant tan.
Okay, but
I'm just
still,
not
Put
brown
on
bad.
a jester
purple.
costume.
So
Yeah, that was
with
purple.
brown pants as well. And it's tattered and it's a bit burnt. And he finishes up by just wrapping his stump, the sleeve of it, and just tying it up with one arm and then just pulling it through and knotting it where his stump is. And yells over to Preacher and Karn and goes, Stop bickering. We need to get out of here. We need to go.
Me and Fido picked up stuff to make a limb for
Uren.
Uren. And I'm not saying I want to make anything like comparable to his old arm. But can I just make
But
like,
at least some sort of
something
super basic.
yeah, he might be able to
arm.
grab stuff with. Can I make some of that? Like maybe we'll use some of the armor
Yeah,
that's in the room to plate it.
It wouldn't be very functional. He wouldn't be able to like hold stuff, but he could at least grab stuff and move things like a little bit.
Yeah.
It would be like a real life prosthetic, how it doesn't really work. It just
Yeah.
kind of like is there.
Yeah. Because I use my little
Okay.
tinker tool fingers.
And then he now has that. General Kiln is just sitting there. He's not like making moves to do anything. He's just sitting on the ground. You know, like when you're like sitting at a park and your hands are like behind your back, your legs are like crossed, and you're like sitting out.
Yeah.
And you just like are relaxing in the park. That's how he looks. He just looks relaxed.
He's just a chill guy.
And like he's enjoying himself.
Gonna go over and kick him in the face.
All right. You kick him in the face and he just keeps smiling.
Is there a door that I see?
We're not
in
getting
this
anywhere with
darkness?
this guy.
There's a large, heavy door.
I walk over, don't really tell the rest of the group, don't say anything, and I just walk over and open the door.
All right, you open the door and there is a dark forest. Do you remember how I described that dark forest back in episode 9
Yeah.
that you guys walked through?
Mhm.
Spindly trees, it's a land of shadows,
Yeah.
and it's like really dark. The land feels empty. It's that same exact type of forest.
I walk back, grab the lynch by the collar, and drag him and say, You're gonna find a way out of here.
Oh, well, we're standing in the only place that we're able to leave through. This here room links to 2 other portals, and that's all there is.
So we might as well not go anywhere. We're in the place we need to be.
Nikolai, do you have any ideas as to how we can get out of here?
And I'm like
Uh,
tugging on his sleeve and stuff.
Yeah, this place feels familiar. And he looks outside and he's like, and that looks familiar as well.
Fido, we just need to go. How are we gonna open up the portals?
Well, how are we gonna do it out there? In the place we need to do it is here.
It's better to go out there and look than to stand around here and do nothing.
I walk over to the window where he is and look out.
Okay. And what you see is the spindly like forest seems alive as you're like watching. The trees are moving.
Like toward us?
No, they're just like walking around.
Are these the plant things that took his family?
And you see as horror and realization dawns across his face as he recognizes these as the things that took his family.
Fido's tugging on his sleeve like, hey, bud, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be right here for you. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, those are the blights.
Unless you have something useful to say, shut your damn mouth.
They can blight my butt.
All right. You always had a lot of bark.
That's a good one. I keep walking and I say, Fido, it's time to go.
I don't think Nikolai is gonna be too willing to come with us.
I don't care what Nikolai thinks. It's better to explore and find some way out than to stand here in this dark, empty room doing nothing.
Okay, well, what are we gonna do about Karn?
I don't care. Let's just leave him. And
Let's not leave him, actually.
Have you stepped outside of the tower yet?
me?
Yeah.
No, I am by the door. I am just about to
cool.
be. We just have to go and explore and we'll do fine. If you want to stay here, do what you want.
Okay.
Fido, I don't think we should go.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you, Carolina. I think right here is the safest place we could be right now.
Plus, I'm worried about Rog. And Rog is still in the corner crying.
Oh, yeah, the wee lad. We need to go comfort him. I need to go comfort him.
I kind of go and sit down in front of Vorak.
What do you aim to do with Karn's
And
body?
I leave Nikolai's side and go over to Rog.
I like sit crisscross applesauce in front of him. Like,
I'm to make sure he doesn't get it back.
And why is that? What are your goals?
I want to do what I've never been able to do before.
And that is...
Whatever I want. Do you know what it's like to sit and watch from someone else's eyes and you can't do anything but wait and hope that you have a chance to do something with your life? I was there for 30 years waiting for the opportunity. And now that I have it, I'm going to make sure I never let it go.
I can understand needing a sense of freedom.
You don't understand anything. All you are is a yes man, hoping to make your mark on the world, but you never will. You think you're strong, but you're just weak. Here in a group of these nobodies, hoping to do something with your life.
Says the one in chains.
I've been patient this long. I can be patient a little while longer.
Patience is virtue. I'm afraid in a waiting game, I'd still outplay you.
What are these bars?
That's sick.
Oh my
Wow.
lord.
wow.
You don't know patience like I do.
Hey, Avery.
Yeah?
Do you know what my favorite part of D&D is?
Rolling dice?
Nah.
Critting?
Nope.
Oh, making your DM shake their head and go,
Yes! Good thing we get to do it so often on our actual play podcast, A Court of Dungeons and Dragons.
Set loosely in a world based on a court of thorns and roses, we follow Maeve, Hugo, and Enya as they fight little bad guys.
Big bad guys.
And even bigger, badder guys.
Sit back, relax, and laugh a little as we regale you with our epic tale of romance, war, intrigue.
Maybe a beach episode if we're lucky.
Maybe!
Listen to A Court of Dungeons and Dragons now.
New episodes released every other Monday.
Hey, you like Dungeons and Dragons? Well, I'm dragging these dice. Dragging These Dice is a comedy audio video real play TTRPG podcast hosted by
me, Dungeon Master Peanut. I guide my players through all the various twists and turns our story takes them on in a sprawling campaign in the homebrew world of Diz.
We're the Doodoo Boys.
You're the doo-doo boy.
Called that
Okay.
because we do what we do for a price.
Okay.
And we're not called that because our base is in the sewer. We had the name first. It was just a coincidence. Our work took us down here.
I completely understand.
And do not confuse us with the Dodo Boys. Those birds
I
do
would
make
never.
some mighty fine bread, though.
With our main campaign and various one-shots, we're humor-focused, but with a serious storyline and intense roleplay, following our characters escaping a coliseum and going to war with the monarchy itself.
A god creates time, but a king creates an era.
You took my life. You know, I wanted to do this for so long. And then I'm gonna rush in and punch the king.
Oh my god.
If you're a fan of wacky hijinks, chaotic surprises, and emotional character moments, you can find full episodes on YouTube and Spotify for visuals, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. Once again, we are Dragon D's Dice.
All right, anything else?
One
An
of
apple
your
juice.
finest ale.
No,
apple juice, ale?
Apple juice
Apple
for
juice.
the ant.
All right, another apple juice?
That he's a
And
big
one more
guy,
apple
you know.
juice.
Another apple juice?
And apple juice for the table.
4 more apple juices, all right.
We're going to go broke.
And at
juice
last
will
an
survive.
ale, please.
What does Fido do when he approaches Rog?
He approaches Rog and he goes, "What's going on here, you little lad? Did that mean Vorak man hurt your feelings?
Yeah.
I know he looks like Karn, but he's feeling a bit under the weather right now, so he's not really there."
Oh, okay. Can we do something to, like, I don't know, distract me from this?
What do you mean?
I don't know. What would help me? Just like, what's something I can focus on while you guys are all figuring this out?
I don't know. Let's try to.
What's something that normal people my age would do?
Oh, I've got a little something here for you. Here, is there like a suit of armor somewhere?
There's like a couple metal helmets next to you.
Perfect. I gather them up, place them down in front of him, and I hand him my drumsticks. I'm like, "Give this a whirl. It'll make you feel better."
Okay. And the first time he hits a helmet, that helmet caves.
Well, I was thinking
'Cause-
that. I was
'cause-
also thinking of Whiplash, the movie. Was I dragging
Are you
or
rushing or dragging?
Bro, that's such a good movie.
I can just imagine you.
Let's hear some
yelling
beautiful
like that.
music.
I'm sorry I broke the helmet.
Oh, that's fine. Here, try hit in the air.
And he does, but nothing happens because
Oh, is it only me?
that only works for you.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like, This is kind of boring. And he looks around. There's a couple desks around you. There's not like a whole lot of things there that he can do.
Can I walk over and hand him a knife and I'm like, here,
No,
play
no,
with
no, no,
this.
no. I swat that away. He's okay.
He's a young man. He needs to know how to handle it.
Can I just like, I don't know, go up to the desk and just like go through it and just, would I get in trouble if I was being snoopy?
No, go ahead and rummage.
Snoop around.
I was about to do the same thing if I'm being honest.
Okay. And then he goes up to one of the desks and he just starts rummaging through it. And now we switch over to Nikolai, and he is still looking outside and he still looks scared, but he also looks a little confused. And we hop over to Ian. And what's Ian up to?
Ian walks over to Karn, bad guy, evil, and looks down at him and goes, "Are you willing to explore out here?"
Ian, I know you.
Just shut up already. Just, are you able to go out here, or are you just going to be useless?
I
like
know you
Fido?
better than you know
Hey,
yourself.
wait. Hold on. Why am I getting flagged here?
I don't think you know anything about me.
I know that you know yourself well enough that you have nothing to give to this world. You're nothing but a stain in this world. And you recognize that. You're smart enough for that at least. And you've decided to spend your life wasting away in a haze of smoke, all for your own pleasure, because you know that's the only thing you can possibly give to this world.
Jeez. He's fired. He's dead already. My God. Don't be mean.
You know, you're right. But somehow I'm stuck here with you. And I don't need to like you to tolerate you. So do you want to help me? Or are you just going to stay locked here? Because I tried to get rid of this stain a long time ago, even though Father didn't like it. So are you going to be worthless? Or are you going to try and help? Because I don't give a damn about you.
What need have I to help you? Everything I want is right here in this room.
Okay. Then stay and I'll go. And I walk off.
Go.
Walk off or walk out?
I'm walking towards the door, but not like fast.
Okay.
Like just like casually walking.
Very slow.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Go. While you still have a purpose.
I walk up to Karn and punch him and leave.
What happened to you?
You. I think I might hate you most of all. I mean, look at you. That stupid grin on your face, your hopes of achieving something, your hopes of being better than you are. It's nothing but a lie. Hope. You're going to end up in the ground, same like the rest of us. Keep on believing that, though. You know, I know that's all you have. You've left everything else behind because you're too scared to deal with it.
What do you mean I left everything else behind? I've got nothing else. I've got nothing to leave. You know what I think of when I think of home? I think of on the farm, playing with my brothers in the pig pen. I think of my mom singing me to sleep at night when I was scared. You know what else I think of? I think of that day where everything crumpled to the ground, where everything and everyone was stripped from me in one moment.
And what do you have now? Nothing
I've
but
got that hope that you were talking about. That hope that I'll be able to find it. I'll be able to regain what I've lost.
And yet all you're left with is an urn and a mask.
Fido reaches down and touches something on his hip as if remembering. And then deadpan into his eyes, by the way. Dead stare looking at him is like, I keep what I have left very close to me. And when I get what I want back, I'm never letting it go. And that includes Karn.
And there we see your biggest weakness of all, love. Such a wasted emotion. All it gets you is hurt.
No matter how big the man may be, the size of his heart is never a weakness. And I walk away after that.
Oh, I love the unraveling. And he's now sitting on one of the desks, kicking his legs. And by him, I mean General Kiln.
Yeah, is General Kiln close to Rog?
Oh, yeah.
Ian's still slowly walking
different
towards
desk.
the door.
Can I go stop Ian?
You stop him when he's literally one step before walking out.
This ain't a place to be trifling with things we don't understand. We don't know what happens if you go out there. Security is here. Whatever we do, though, we should do together. We can still search for clues in this area.
It's not going to get better by just staying here. I've dealt with figuring out unknown stuff for a while now. One more place isn't going to hurt it. Now, you can either come with me still, or you can be useless like the rest of them.
If you choose to go out there, I'll stick with you.
Okay. And I appreciate that somewhat. And he looks to Fido and he goes, Fido, are you going to come with us? Or are you just going to sit here and do nothing like you've always done?
What about him?
Who? He's already said his stuff, said his piece. Now,
We're not just gonna leave him here. Besides, what about Rog and Carolina? What about Nikolai?
Also, real quick, I would also like to point out that Simon is not here with you.
Fido, I gave them the same option as I gave the rest of you. Actually, no, I don't really care what happens. Tolerating Preacher, and I don't really care what happens, honestly. I've lost it. I've lost my arm. I've lost the magic. I've lost the portals. I've lost everything.
Fido looks to Preacher as if asking him what to do. Like, what's the best plan of action?
I'm gonna lightly slap Ian across the face. Just lightly.
Okay.
Not like hurting him. Just like do that and say, hey.
Just looks at you, no reaction, just the motionless void, and turns back to Fido and goes, so are you? Or are you just going to let me do everything again?
Oh, frickin' Gobshire, might as well.
Nikolai, is there any way we can take Vorak here with us, still restrained?
In a shaky breath, he's like, probably, but I don't want to risk anything. There's too many unknowns with him.
I can take the responsibility of holding his chains.
I trust you. And once again, you hear a familiar little laugh. And from behind you guys all, Kiln is now standing, like, at the back of the group. And he's like, you don't want to step out there.
Why is that?
They'll drag you away. And no one ever comes back from the Blightlands.
So, Preacher's with me. Are you going to stay? Or are you going to leave? Or are you just going to stay in fear?
This whole time, Vorak is just like on his knees, but like leaning back against his heels, like as relaxed as he can be, just like smiling at all the fighting.
Or are you going to do nothing again?
You're your own
Just
man,
the only,
Fido.
because I don't care either way, honestly. I am done dealing with everything and trying to find some way out.
Fido grabs Karn's chains and says, come on, we're gonna find a way out of here.
As you guys are all doing this, Carolina is sitting at the desk with Rog. And Rog has found some papers and stuff, and he's just like looking through them. And Carolina's like pointing at the papers. Jamie is sitting in one of the more comfortable looking chairs, resting his old bones because he's pretty old, as we have talked about. And he just is just staring at Kiln. And speaking of Kiln, he keeps looking a little more worried as you guys are all deciding to leave.
I'm gonna walk over to James real quick and like, here. I hand him my violin that changes into a dagger, obviously, and he knows this.
Yeah.
I was like, here, take this. If you need any help, Carolina there can handle herself in a fight.
And I take my jacket back from him as well, my long coat.
Yeah. And he just smiles weakly at you. And then do you guys all decide to leave?
Yep.
And I walk out in front of them.
I'm right behind
The second your foot touches the ground outside of the tower, every single blight turns towards the entrance. And reminders, it is a forest of them. They are the forest. They all turn and they all start walking towards you.
You sure you still want to go through with this, Ian?
Oh, I'm going to go. It's whether you want to follow or not.
You're gonna get yourself killed if you're not by yourself.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I've handled worse.
like I said, I'm right here.
I have nothing to lose.
And with that, you take your second step and you're fully outside. And the second your foot touches the ground, they're holding on to you.
This is fine.
Everything is
Everything
fine.
is
Is Ian
okay.
the only one outside?
As of this second, yes.
And I just let them
I step
grab
outside
me.
as well.
I do too.
Okay, and as you all step out, they all grab you. Nikolai looks terrified. Then blights start to walk into the building, and they start grabbing everyone, and they all start dragging everybody towards the opposite end of that door that leads outside, including you four. They start dragging you all to one side, and as they're approaching the other side, a red portal appears on that wall, and they start to drag each one of you out and into that portal. And as they're all doing this, they're grabbing Nikolai, they're grabbing everyone. The second they touch Kiln, he looks terrified, and he starts to reach for his chest as if you were to grab a necklace underneath your like shirt. And as he's doing that, They grab his arms to restrain him, and it rips his shirt open, revealing a necklace of a scarab beetle. The rope holding it doesn't look like normal rope, it looks shadowy. And one of the blights grab the necklace, and the scarab beetle starts to wiggle, and it escapes and it crawls away. And as soon as it leaves Kiln's body, he starts to shake. And from the inside of him, he like looks up, starts screaming as a black hand erupts from his mouth, rips him in half, and then grabs the blight next to him, collapsing it to the ground and collapsing it into itself, making it a little larger. And this hand, this shadowy hand, starts to make its way towards the scarab, but the scarab climbs onto Preacher, and instead of grabbing at it still, it grabs the closest thing to it, which is Nikolai. As it grabs Nikolai's ankle, you all can see Rog getting dragged into the portal as well, and the paper that he was holding floats to the ground. And everybody has been dragged into this portal. And when you exit the portal, you find yourself in the exact same room, except it is in the mountains, and it is a collapsed tower.
It's where our mural was. The prophecy mural.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought
Think so.
you guys were standing on a hill.
Gosh.
Well, that's what the picture depicts.
Can I roll perception?
Can I also roll perception?
Yeah.
22.
I rolled a 10.
Cool. As you guys all have left the portal, the blights are gone, and everybody's like looking around confused. Nikolai looks terrified as this shadowy hand is still holding on to his ankle and has been slowly crawling up him, enveloping him. And as this all happens, there is a red glow very close by on a hilltop just across from where you guys are. And somebody's chains start to point them in that direction.
Oh!
And as you guys are all taking this in, the ground underneath Nikolai turns into a shadowy puddle, and he looks at you guys in fear as he drops through it. Now that you guys have passed through this portal and are taking all of this in, as soon as Nikolai is no longer there, the chains around Vorak vanish, and Rog is on the ground next to you, and he looks up in fear as these chains drop, and he's like, "Father?"
You've made him so much weaker than he originally was. He needs to learn what strength is. And he kicks Rog as hard as he can.
And as he kicks Rog, Rog falls backwards into the portal as it collapses, and the portal is gone.
What'd you do?
Stupid vortex.
You stupid. Oh.
And now it is just you four, Carolina, and Jamie. And that is how we conclude
And
this episode.
ka-chow.
And ka-chow.
And ka-chow. And ka-chow. But that is how we conclude this episode.
What did you do?
You idiot.
This has been episode 18, Whereabouts of His Right Arm, with Israel as Karn Slater, Loghan as Fido Lancaster, Parker as Preacher 87, Dawson as your DM, of course, and me, Henry, as Ian Locke. Now, our next episode will release June 25th. In 2 weeks. This is episode 19, the big finale, the big climax to, well, not the end of the series, but, you know, halfway through the series. We've been doing this podcast, this campaign, for about a year, so it's going to be amazing. We aren't going to screw you over with some short hour-long episode. We wouldn't want that for a finale. I'm not saying hour-long episodes aren't bad, but for a finale, you want the meat, not the fluff. We're going to be giving you probably one of our longest episodes yet, filled with all the stuff you'd like. The improv, the combat, the story, the horror, whatever else I can think of that I can't think of now. But you just have to wait. It's going to be great. And the trailers will drop for that following next week, closer to release. So I hope to see you guys interacting with it, because it is going to be a blast to record. Now, Our socials, we do have some socials, extra socials, besides whatever your platform you're listening on. We have a Blue Sky at Flip of Fate, a Twitter at Flip of Fate, and an Instagram at Flip of Fate. We also have a Discord server where we have community events like game nights. We also have a writer's room where you could share your pieces of work, art room where you can share your art, and we get to just like interact, say hi, and interact with all the listeners. And it's really fun, and it's an ever-growing community. So if you're wanting to interact with us, stop by and maybe say hi, why not join our Discord? We also have a website where we have NPC and review forums. NPC forums are just these forums where you get to maybe screw with us, mess with podcasts a bit, have just some fun. And the review forums are just reviews for the website that will be shown and published on our website to give other listeners a chance to see what listeners' thoughts are. And thank you guys all so much for listening. I mean, it means the world to us. This podcast has grown so much more than we could have ever thought, and we are just so thankful for all of you guys, and we can't wait to show you what we have in store after the finale. It is gonna be a blast. Thank you guys all so much again, and hey, if you've gotten this far through me yapping unscripted, go to our social post for this episode's release and say Ian is the funniest player character. That's our secret code word. If you listen this far, just say that, okay? Anyways, roll that blooper.
I just realized if my parents ever listen to this podcast, they're gonna hear me call Dawson daddy over and over again.
No, and a
many
moan.
times.
Remember? Like, there's many variations.
You moaned the word daddy several times
I am
about me.
so disturbed now.
In fact, there is only 1 or 2 episodes in the entire me DMing where one of you doesn't say daddy.
I'm stopping it now.
We need to have a collage.
What happened, man? Man? What happened, man?
What happened, man? Emma,
What happened?
What happened?
You are so different. Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm doing everything but an Irish accent.
Bro's cycling through accents.
No, that happens to me too sometimes. Where like I'll go through an accent and I'll be like,
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you.